Hi, friends. Welcome to Rhythm and Word, a ministry of Fourth Presbyterian Church in Chicago. I'm Reverend Tom R. I'm interim pastor here. We're in a series on the Beatitudes, and today I want us to think about this wisdom from Jesus. He said, "Blessed are the merciful, for they will receive mercy." Mercy sounds good, but mercy also has an unfairness to it. Mercy means we don't get what we deserve. And it's not easy when people don't get what's coming to them when they get off the hook. Sometimes it's hard to know if we are bothered more by innocent folks facing unfair problems or guilty folks getting off without paying their due. But Jesus says, show mercy, and show mercy in the moment that people need mercy, and that's blessed. Jesus says those who show mercy will also receive mercy. You can trust that we will receive mercy because the truth is we already have. At the heart of this beatitude is the affirmation that God is already and always merciful. And it is the extension of God's mercy into our life that is the source of mercy that we extend to one another. I learned a bit about this from Valerie Kaur. Ms. Kaur is a 40-something-year-old brilliant woman. She's a graduate of Stanford, Harvard, and Yale Law School. If there's anything more impressive than her big brain, it's her big heart. Her heart is shaped by her faith. She's not Presbyterian. She's not even Christian. She is of the Sikh faith. She remembers her best friend in elementary school and middle school, who was Christian, I hope not Presbyterian, but she remembers the day her friend told her how sad she was that Valerie wouldn't go to heaven, that heaven was just for Christians. And she was so sad that Valerie wouldn't be included in the grace and love of God. Valerie said her friend had it all figured out. Her friend knew what people deserved in the end, and she told her so. Valerie said she had no curiosity about me anymore. She had me all figured out, and that certainty ended any curiosity that she might have about me. That lack of wonder stripped her friend of mercy. Years later, Valerie became aware that there were many folks, many of them, who probably believed themselves to be Christian, who couldn't wait for people of the Sikh faith to know damnation. This was the wake of 9/11. There was a rash of violence, even murder, against people of the Sikh faith. Valerie had an uncle who ran a gas station. While he was planting flowers at the station to beautify the front of his gas station, a man whom he did not know drove up, got out of his car, and shot her uncle in the back. Men who are of Sikh faith, they wear turbans, and many Americans, knowing very little about other parts of the world and other faiths, they didn't know that this man was not even of Islamic faith, whom he was assuming he was. He just knew he's not like me. He's not like us, meaning he's not white. They were so certain of who they were and what they deserved and what they didn't deserve. What they didn't deserve was curiosity, mercy. We witnessed similar violence increase against those of the Asian community during the COVID pandemic. Of course, anti-Semitism has increased, and very few people in the Western world take the concerns of the Arab community very seriously. Curiosity, wonder about those who might not be just like me, that's a rare quality in this world. Such acts of violence can make you bitter, and then no doubt it has for many, but Valerie Kaur chose mercy. She describes it this way: she labors for what she calls revolutionary love. She said her grandfather, whom she called Papa G, taught her this as a tenet of her faith. He taught her that she should endeavor to see no stranger, as he says it. To see no one as a stranger, but rather everyone is a part of your life story, a part of yourself that you don't quite know fully, not yet. In her beautiful book with the same title, See No Stranger, she explains it this way: love is dangerous business. If you choose to see no stranger, then you must love people even when they do not love you. You must wonder about them. Be curious. Wonder about them. Valerie remembers her friend from elementary and middle school who had everything figured out. Yet Ms. Kaur advocates that we set that kind of certainty aside and replace it with curiosity, with wonder about one another. I find the spiritual wisdom of this young sick woman as an echo of this beatitude of Jesus. I think mercy results from the spiritual practice of wonder. Wonder is the admission that you don't know everything about a person. You don't know the whole story. And from our faith tradition, it means you may not know what it is that Jesus loves about that person. And until we do, we should wonder. Wonder is where empathy is born. Wonder allows bridges of connection to flourish. Wonder is the practice of mercy. And Jesus says, that's blessed.